All right, Lucas and I are going to play Nia. You may notice a difference on the audio here because I forgot my microphone. So, but I think you can still hear it okay. Nia, a strategy game in the Garden of Conspiracy. I mean, this is pretty cool. It's an abstract strategy game. Lucas, what color do you want? Red?
I like red.
I mean, look at these pieces, right? Look at this. You got the character faces on there, which is really cool. Or if you choose, you can play just on the other side, right? Which one?
Red.
You want to do red? Okay. So Lucas is going to play with the red pieces. I'm going to play with the black. And this here is the board, right? So we just mix this up. They're double-sided. I'm gonna tell you how to play this. Don't worry. And we're gonna do a little grid. And create a little grid here. I may have to move the camera in. Golly, I did this bad. And you'll see what this is all about in just a second. So we're gonna create a little 4x4 grid. Lucas already knows how to play. I'm gonna hold on. Let me move it here. There's the 4x4 board. Okay, let me move this in a little bit. All right, that way you can see the game clearly. Okay, put Lucas's pieces here. Now, you're looking at this board, right? And you'll notice that on each tile there's two different symbols, right? Each tile has two different symbols on there. So how do you play this game? Well, you have the rising sun, which is the rising sun, as you can see there. You have the cherry tree, which is, the little cherry tree there. It's on there, it's on there, it's on here, and it's on here. You have the pine tree, which is there, 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 and there. You have the iris, which is here, 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 right? There's 4 of each. And right there. And then you have the poem flag, which you can see here, the poem flag. You have the bird, so 1 bird, 2 birds, there's 4. 3, and where's the 4th one? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And then finally you have the rain cloud, which you can see is the rain cloud there. Now, so each tile has two symbols. You win this game in a couple of different ways. You can create, well, where is it here? Okay, here we go. You can create a 4 of a kind, a line, diagonal, vertical, horizontal, however you can get a line of your pieces, you win. Or if you create a little block of 4, anywhere on the board there, you win. As you can see here, gee, Alex, some of the tiles have been removed. Yes, because this is how this works. The first player, do you want to go first or should I, Lucas?
I love going first.
You love going first, okay. The first player has to put a piece on the outer edge of that board. Now, once Lucas places a piece, let's say he places it here, he puts his piece there, that goes out there. Now, what's my move? My move has to be on either an iris or a sun. So I can only go here, 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 or where there's an iris, right there, right there. You get the picture. And then when I pull that aside, whichever one I land on, Lucas can only go on those 2 symbols. Now you see how you can, as an abstract strategy game, you can manipulate the position of the player. Oh, by the way, there's one more way that an opponent can lose, is if you set him up in a position where he can't move. Then he loses. So Luke, let's demonstrate this as we play. Go ahead, Lucas. You have to begin by placing your piece on the outside of the board there. It's the first move. Okay. So he leaves that there so I can see it, right? We'll leave it over here so we can see it. The rain cloud and the cherry tree. So my move has to be on a rain cloud or a cherry tree, which is one there, one there, one there. So there's 3 left. Now, again, with the objective of either creating a little square of my tokens or a line of 4, vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. Okay, so cherry tree or rain cloud. I'm gonna go right here on this rain cloud. The first player has to go on the outer edge. The second player can go anywhere. So I leave this here so Lucas can see. He can only go on a, what are these things called again? I always forget. They look like stars, but maple leaves, right? They're maple leaves. So Lucas can only go on a rain cloud or maple leaves. And he goes there. Why? Because, and then out of courtesy, Lucas now puts that piece on top of the other one so I know what my next move is going to have to be. Clearly, he's trying to go there, right? But there's maple leaves there, so I could block him. Or, if I have a better idea, I can go on maple leaves or a sun. So the sun doesn't really help me. The maple leaves could. So I will block him and at the same time attempt to create a little square there. So I will go here. Now, out of etiquette, I put that there so Lucas can see that he has to go on a maple leaf or a bird. Now there is a bird there, but Lucas may be thinking of something else. I don't know. Bird or maple leaf. And he's going to put it there. Okay. Which means I can go on an iris or a bird. And, gee, Lucas, you're making this really easy for me. If I create 4, I win. So now Lucas can only go on a tile with a bird or a cherry tree. There's 1 bird there, there's 1 cherry tree here, there's 1 cherry tree there. That probably wasn't a good move for me, but for him, you know, he needs to block me because if by any chance he lands on something that... I thought we were using the faces.
Oh yeah, we are. I just forgot to do that.
Okay, so out of courtesy, again, Lucas puts that on the top. I know I have to go on a poem flag or a cherry tree. There's a poem flag there, here, or a cherry tree here. Doesn't really help me. I'm not sure what to do. Now I have to, you know, at this point in the game, you do have to begin to look at things that you don't want to give your opponent, right? I'm going to put my piece there. Oops. That means Lucas can only go on a poem flag because there are no more stars. What are they called? Maple leaves, darn it. So you can only go on a poem flag. Well, again, that was probably a bad move on my part because now I can only go on a poem flag or a pine tree. A pine tree. So the problem for me is if I go on this pine tree, Lucas wins, right? Because if I go on this pine tree, there's a sun there. Lucas is going to go on the sun there, and he's going to win 4 in a row. I have to go with this pine tree. Oh, I can go with that poem flag because it would force him to go on one of these 2. Let's see, what am I going to do? I don't know if there's a way I can win at this point. I'm going to go... I'm going to go here. So Lucas has to be careful now. The problem is there's no more, there's pine tree and bird, right? So if he lands on there, I win. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because I could have won. Lucas can only go on a rain cloud or a pine tree. Go. Now remember, one of the ways to win as well is to make a move where your opponent is blocked. He can't make a move. That means you win. That's another way to win here. So there's 3 winning conditions. create a line of 4, diagonally, vertically, horizontally. Create a square of 4 pieces anywhere. That would win, or block your opponent from being able to make a move. So you can go on a rain cloud or a pine tree. You're going to go on that pine tree to block me. Well, that wouldn't be bad. This game may end up in a draw. Or if I can prevent him from moving, now out of courtesy, he leaves that on there. That's a bird or a pine tree. There's no more birds. There's only one pine tree. No, I make one move. Oh, you do win.
Yeah, I win no matter what.
Lucas has forced me to give him the win because I can only go here.
And from there, take victory.
And he wins. Is this not a cool game? This is a very cool abstract strategy game. In the Garden of Conspiracy, these bakelite pieces are just cool. I love them. And the game is quite creative. These pieces are wonderful. The board changes every time. And you have to pay attention. And Lucas had a wonderful victory here. What do you think, Lucas? Get close by because I don't have the mic.
This is an amazing game, I have to say.
You like it?
I love it.
Now, you could see how, if we play this a fair amount, that it would end up being a draw sometimes.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of options after a couple rounds.
And if you're good and you're paying attention, there's going to be a draw. But you can say that about chess too. I mean, the professionals in chess, they draw all the time. So it's really who makes the first mistake once you get that good at this. It's whoever makes that first mistake. It gets that wrong tile, and then the other person takes advantage of it and beats them. But I really like it. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. What else can I say? Tania, thanks for playing, Lucas. That was good. Firm handshake. Hey.